Make a difference. Every week at this time, it's on the Dave Monk programme. It's Volunteer Voices. You know that we celebrate the incredible work that volunteers do across our county, and without them, I mean, what would our county be? It would be nothing. So the volunteers are so important. Well, today I'd like you to meet someone who has had quite a few weeks, actually. Last month he was honoured at the Make a Difference, the BBC ESSEX Make a Difference Awards, and he won one of the categories there. And last night he was one of only a few selected people from Essex to be invited to the Royal Carol concert at Westminster Abbey. Pesh Kapashwala is from 3 Food for You community shop in Waltham Abbey, and Pesh joins us now. Pesh, hello.
Hi, Dave. I'm still on a high.
Was it good?
I can't believe it.
Was it good?
I can't believe it. It was amazing. I really, it was a magical evening with snow, with the royal family there, and actually, I was so overwhelmed, Dave. We had His Majesty the King there as well. I wasn't expecting His Majesty to be there, and the Queen Consort as well. The invitation was by the Princess of Wales, actually. So we weren't expecting the whole royal family to be there, but absolutely amazing.
So take me through your day yesterday. What did you have to get there really early?
We did. We got there a couple of hours earlier than the start. There was clearly with this sort of an event, there's a lot of security involved. So clearly we had to get through the security and get everybody sat down. So, but it was very, very well organized, as you would imagine.
And once you were in there, could you move around, or did you have to just sit there?
Yeah, absolutely. So once we were inside the Abbey, we had opportunity to mix, to really mix, and the highlight really, we had dedicated seating, but the highlight was really just meeting other people. And I was humbled, it's humble to have been nominated to attend, Dave. And as you said at the beginning, I was only one of only a handful of people from Essex represented at the service. And to see so many people from the local communities across, up and down the country there, all of them who have done amazing work within their communities was just amazing. I mean, really, I met a veteran who had been fundraising for 50 years for the Royal British Legion. I met a Nepalese lady who had set up a care network for injured Gurkhas in Nuneaton. A young boy who'd fundraised tens of thousands of pounds to provide Easter eggs and Advent calendars for the community. It's just heartwarming stories.
So let's talk about the organisation that you lead,
Yes.
3 Food for You. Tell us about that organisation.
Oh, thank you, Dave. Well, I set this up in the pandemic. It's a food bank, but it's more than that, Dave. It's a community centre. It's a community surplus hub. With a traditional system, you have to be referred and assessed, and it's great. It serves a purpose, but it can be embarrassing and awkward. So our system is based on trust. We're conscious that asking for support can be awkward, and especially when you've been self-sufficient all your life. So our system is based on trust, and it's a drop-in. So there's no paperwork at all for you to fill in. You just come when we're open, and we have centres all across Epping Forest, parts of Essex, and North London, and we will provide anything you need, and we have a full range of food, which we work with some of the biggest organisations within the country, actually, to provide you fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, clothing, chilled food. We have other services as well, Dave, which include counselling, including a job search. I can go on and on and on.
Pesh,
It's so I'm so passionate about it, Dave. So it's easy for me to talk about.
it certainly is, and you are. And this was set up during COVID, so it hasn't been going very long.
No, and that's the wonderful thing about what we've done here. We've fast tracked everything. Things that would traditionally take years and years and years to establish. We've managed to establish them. We have a volunteer network of maybe 300 volunteers. We have centres all across, as say, Epping Forest. We have warehousing. We have vehicles. We're a registered charity now, and we are one of the largest frontline agencies supporting with food, clothing, counselling, and lots of other things.
And Pesh, are you finding that your donations are slowing down, or are people just as generous as they always were?
Yeah. No, people are generous, but it's a difficult period for everybody at the moment. It's challenging, and clearly there's an increasing demand on our services, together with the fact that the donations that we're getting from, not just from the public, but from the big manufacturers, that's slowing down. They're clearly watching their pennies as well, the big manufacturers, the supermarkets and so forth. So it's a double whammy. More demand, less supply. Unfortunately, we just need to keep working on top of what we're doing to make sure that we've got enough for everybody.
And I remember looking through the nominations that nominated you for the Make a Difference Awards, and the number of other things that you do as well in your, if you like, in your spare time. You do other volunteering stuff, don't you?
Well, look, Dave, I'm a great believer in volunteering. It's great for my mental health. It's just a brilliant way to support the community, and in many ways, when you speak to any of our volunteers as well, and one of the reasons we have so many is because they love the environment that we have. But volunteering gives you something back as well. And really, if you haven't tried volunteering, if you've got any issues in terms of mental health or so forth, it's a great way to really get back on top of things. So I definitely recommend that. And yes, you're right, Dave. I do lots of other things. We have a memory cafe supporting people with dementia, and we've got a whole a group of memory cafes, again, across Epping Forest district, for people with varying forms of memory issues. They're activity based. We have singing, we have word games, bingo, and so forth. But again, it's treating people with dignity and respect.
Pesh, going back to last night. Yeah, I know you could talk about this all day, couldn't you? Going back to last night, how close were you to the Royals?
Well, you wouldn't believe it. When I got the ticket, I thought, we'd be in the back somewhere. And we were not too close to the action, but I had a straight line of vision to Her Majesty, the Queen Consort. I had a straight line. We were probably about 20 rows away from each other, but I had a straight line. And I'm sure at one point she was winking at me, but I can't guarantee. But that was one of the highlights. I had a straight line of vision to the Queen Consort there. So we could see everything, and there were screens there, so we could watch.
And what was the singing like? Was the actual carol service itself, was it good?
Amazing. I mean, yeah. So let me, we had Craig David. I mean, I'm not sure if I can name drop.
Name drop as much as you like. Go on.
Name drop. So we had Craig David, we had Mel C, and then we had a beautiful choir, children's choir, a Ukrainian choir. I'm not sure where they were based, which school they were, but they had come down, and that was just tears in my eyes listening to them. Just wonderful.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Pesh. Thank you very much for coming on. You're a good man.
It was a privilege and an honour as well. As I say, I can't believe it still.
Pesh Kapashawala from the 3 Food for You community shop in Waltham Abbey, and went along to that service. Now, and I think that's going to be broadcast on television over the Christmas period. So that's what it was like being on the spot.
BBC